Good evening, everybody. This is episode 11 of Real Talk with Dale.
And Heather.
Thought you wouldn't want to talk.
I talked after.
It's all good.
It took me a little bit.
This episode is going to be talking about winter plans. What our plans are for this winter. Yes, we'll get into that shortly. But first, it is farm news. So what's anything new on the farm this week, dear?
Anything new on the farm?
Anything new on the farm?
Well, I got a couple things done up this week. Well, from last week, I got the rest of this building cleaned up.
Yeah, prove it.
Well, that's true. It's back to things being a little disorganized, but not as bad as it was. Prove it. Well, sooner or later, it will be reorganized again.
It will.
Yeah.
We're still busy with the farm, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get the harvesting done for the season. Yeah. Everything had to come back out and get used again.
Yeah. We got some more harvesting we'll do this week, but should be the end of it, other than our weekly lettuce stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And I got the greenhouse cleaned out.
Yes.
It looks way better than what it did. From not having time to do it from the time we opened in the spring, it accumulated so much dirt and the leaves that dropped off plants, and it took a little doing, but I finally got it all swept up. I couldn't believe it was
that dirty, to be honest with you.
It looks like a brand new.
It was that dirty till it's clean now.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, and trying to get things organized in there. Everything's up on the tables that I put so I could sweep. I haven't put nothing back down, but I'll get to that.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah.
We got to put dirt in there yet, anyways.
Well, I want to make sure we got the dirt where we want it before putting other things down.
Right.
Yeah, and then we got into canning over the weekend.
A little bit. Yeah, we canned a little bit. We did some hot sauce and some Louisiana style hot sauce, and we did did a little bit of horseradish, not a lot. We are going to do more here soon.
Yeah. It turned out really good.
Did some hot pepper jelly.
Yeah.
Turned out good.
Well, we tried a small batch of the hot sauce on Saturday when we got done making the horseradish and everything. And he eats more of that than I do, and it turned out really good that even I was like,
Yeah.
We don't eat
a lot of hot sauce, but I do eat spicier stuff.
Yeah.
Fairly regular.
Yeah. And it's nice to have in case you do want it. Yeah. That way you don't have to run to the store just for one person to have something.
Yeah.
That you might
We've made it in the past. I ain't made none. It's been several years since I've made any, but I've never made any as good as this turned out.
And we had the cayennes.
Tons of them.
Tons. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
and, looking at them this evening, I could probably pick another 5-gallon bucket right now if I wanted
to. Yeah. Somebody else can make some hot sauce. How many did we get out of that? 12?
We got pints? 11 pints. Well, no, 10 full pints.
Yeah.
And then just a little bit, probably 10 and a half pints, actually.
Okay.
Out of a 5-gallon bucket.
And that was how many peppers?
I have no idea. It was 9 pounds.
9 pounds.
But I don't know how many peppers were.
Well, yeah. But I meant, so people can kind of guesstimate as to.
Yeah, 9 pounds made about 10 and a half pints, roughly.
That's pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I was happy with how it went. I mean, I got more than I need, but it'll work out. We'll give a couple away for Christmas gifts, I'm sure.
Yeah, we always think about Christmas gifts, Yeah. Certain people like spicier stuff than others, and
yeah, hot pepper jelly we made. I think we made 10. We made 12
jelly
jars, which is a half pint. We did that Saturday.
It didn't quite turn out.
It turned out flavor-wise is really good, but it's too liquidy. It's not firm enough.
Not jelly-like.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. It didn't gel.
Yeah.
Um,
But we tweaked the recipe.
we not really. We didn't really tweak the recipe, but yes, we did tweak the recipe. The recipe on the box of Sure Gel or Pectin or what the heck ever they call themselves nowadays, excuse me, never said about any liquids in it. It just said about 2 cups or whatever, 2 quarts of fruit to however much sugar, and then the Sure Gel pack. And I thought, well, there's got to be liquid somewhere. Well, these are peppers, not.
Yeah.
So I got on YouTube University and watched somebody make it, and they put like half a cup or a cup of apple cider vinegar in with it. And then everything else was the same. So that's what I tried, which made sense to me in my head. That made perfect sense that you need something in there with it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was the issue with it. I think the issue was not. I don't think the Sure Gel package. I should have used 2 of them instead of 1.
Possibly. That would have definitely gelled it up.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
They probably did use a little bit more peppers than 2 quarts. I had 1 quart of jalapenos. I never measured out the cayennes. There's a lady that we know makes some and gives us a jar every year, which we're very thankful for that.
Very.
And she said she puts some ghost peppers in because all of the jalapenos, if you make it strictly out of jalapenos, it's not very hot. I thought, well, I don't got no ghost peppers, but I got cayennes, and they're pretty warm. So I made half and half, but I didn't measure the cayennes. The jalapenos I had in a quart berry box. And I just grabbed a handful of cayennes and made it out of them.
Yeah.
Which maybe I had too many. I don't know.
I don't think so, because the flavor turned out.
The flavor is good. It's pretty warm though. It is hot.
It's warm.
It is hot.
But on crackers,
It is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say we. I already ate a jar of it.
You finished.
And that was Saturday. Today's Wednesday. So yeah.
I don't think it's going to last very long.
I have to make some more.
I put it on. I put them back in the pantry. I found a place for it, so maybe you won't be able to find it as much.
There's 2 jars in the fridge. One from Lena because we didn't finish hers off, and then we had 2 that didn't seal. So one of them that didn't seal was already gone, and the other one that never sealed was in the fridge. So there's still 2 in the fridge.
That's true. So he'll be maybe till next week till he goes to the pantry. Because I did buy crackers.
Depends how many crackers we got. And I never known it till the other day, but crackers are pretty unhealthy.
Yeah.
I thought crackers, how bad could it be? And I scanned it with an app I got on my phone. And
Crazy.
They're definitely not fit to eat, actually. You probably shouldn't eat the things, but you're good.
Nothing's good anymore.
No, it's not.
Really.
But anyways, we get sidetracked.
Yeah, we do. But that was a big thing that we did this weekend.
It was.
Saturday it rained.
Saturday
finally.
Rain drizzled. It didn't really rain. We got about a half inch.
Probably more than we've gotten in a while.
Yeah, the last week or so we've gotten a total of about 1.5 inches over the last 3 weeks, probably.
Okay.
Which is the most we've gotten in a while. It truly is.
And it was cold and kind of miserable, so we stayed in the house in our PJs and made some hot sauce and canned, and we watched.
The hot sauce we did Sunday.
We made the small batch on Saturday.
We did. We made 1 jar Saturday.
Yeah, true. To see if it even turned out, if we was going to like it.
True. We made some. We got some fermenting too. We're trying that.
Yeah.
We did that Saturday as well.
That's true. Yeah. And then Sunday we went to Mom's. She invited us and my sister and her husband down for a Sunday meal. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Mom.
Yep,
it was very good.
It was good.
And spent some time there.
Stuffed peppers. Yum, yum.
Mm. And stayed there for a little while. Came home, picked peppers.
I picked peppers before we went. I picked the 5-gallon bucket of peppers in the morning.
Yeah, but we picked the green bells.
Oh, true, yeah. And I picked a wheelbarrow, literally. I picked a wheelbarrow load of problemos.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think we was ever going to get done.
We got 2.5 bushels, right?
Yeah. We picked the bell peppers, and we got 2 packs.
We got 3/4 of a bushel.
Yeah.
And then your mom wanted.
We
picked her, so we picked a bushel of them. We picked a bushel.
That's true.
You give 10 to your mother, right?
Yeah, and then
somebody else wanted 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another customer wanted. So then for the auction on Tuesday, I took 2 pack boxes of bell peppers.
Yep.
And a whole bushel.
2 bushel.
2 bushel, yeah, because they was half bushel boxes of problemo peppers. I couldn't believe how many.
Then this Tuesday coming, we're going to take the rest of the peppers. We're just cleaning them out. We're not going to let them go any longer.
Yeah, hot bananas.
Yeah,
and
we'll have hot bananas. Probably won't have the jalapenos. She just picked a half bushel for a customer today.
Yeah.
We'll have cayennes and hot banana. We'll have for sure. I don't know if we'll have anything else.
It depends on how things grow, but yeah. So
and beans. We'll have probably a couple bushel of beans, I imagine.
That's true. Yeah, because our green beans started taking off. Our newest patch.
Batch, yeah.
And they're looking so good after that rain. And I got in and picked, and oh my gosh, I couldn't believe how many there was.
No, it was crazy.
But they're all sold and whatnot. And yeah, it's been
pretty busy.
Pretty busy.
I've pretty much, other than pepper stuff, I've just been pulling weeds and hauling wood chips. Getting ready for winter, pretty much. Getting the chicken yard ready for winter, getting the gardens ready for winter. I am going to make a video, I'm not sure when, but when I'm ready to put the garden beds to bed for the winter, I will make a video and discuss that, how I do it, why I do what I do. That video will be coming out. I don't know, the next couple of weeks. I won't say for sure when, because I don't know when I'll put it to bed. But
yeah,
and it may be more than one video, maybe a couple, like 2 or 3 parts, maybe. Probably will be 2 or 3 parts. Otherwise, the video would be too long. But yeah, we've just been getting ready for winter, pretty much.
Yeah, trying to get things organized, and I ended up shelling out our pinto beans.
Yeah. I planted a pinto. For those of you that follow us strictly on YouTube and watch our videos, not just this series, but watch our videos, know that I planted pinto beans in our sweet corn. I planted 2 rows of sweet corn and row of pintos down the middle. After the corn come up about so high, I planted beans down the middle. And I did that for several reasons. The main reason I did it is because I knew that the beans would feed the corn, because the corn wants nitrogen and the beans pull it out of the atmosphere and put it in the soil. And I let the corn get this big first before I planted the pinto beans. And you could have probably used any kind of bean. I just had pinto, so I used them. But I let the corn get about 6-8 inches tall first, so that the beans wouldn't outgrow and take over I wanted the corn harvest. I didn't care about the beans. So I did that. The corn did great this year. Probably the best corn we've ever done.
It tasted so good.
Our yield was up, or the flavor was by far the best.
The best. And it's the same corn we always plant.
Yep, it is the same corn we always get.
Yep.
Honey Select.
Yep.
So, and then she decided, I want to harvest them beans. She probably I'll bet we got 3 or 4 pounds of them.
I wanted away and forgot.
I'll bet it was. It was a gallon Ziploc bag, probably 3/4 full.
Yeah, at least it's
and
heavy.
it was something that we didn't really plan to get, but hey, you know what? We'll take them.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably about all the beans we eat in a year. We don't eat a lot of beans, but
true. Yeah. Well, I took them up so that we could try selling them at the last market,
Yeah,
and nobody
no one was
bought.
interested.
And I thought, well, if they don't
Of course, they
sell,
weren't shelled. If they'd have been shelled, they might have sold.
well, true, but I
Yeah.
thought, well, it don't take much to shell them out. They're dried and everything. You just have to shell them out, and then you have your bean.
So yeah, she did that last evening
You know,
when I was pulling weeds.
I kept waving at them.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
But just something extra that we have
Yeah.
for us.
Yep.
Yep.
If nothing else, I'll use it for seed next year. In the
Yeah,
corn.
exactly.
You know, it's not that big
I'd
a
say
deal.
every year we'll just do that with the beans.
Oh yeah.
Because the flavor this year, and we use that kind, that,
Now, we used Honey Select probably the last 3 years. 4
and it
years,
has
maybe.
never had that much of a flavor
No, it
like
never
this
has.
year.
Never has.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I did different. I didn't do anything different other than put that beans down the center.
Yep. So maybe something everybody else might want to try just to see if it helps.
Yeah.
Yep. But
So that gets into the topic of the week, which is, what are we going to do this winter? Well, a lot of our winters, we do have some downtime. We do enjoy ourselves. We will go on a trip. Get away for an entire week, and we'll probably get away for a day or two here, a day or two there. But our main thing that I plan to do this winter is figure out what we're going to do next year.
we usually always, when it's snowing and blowing and you don't feel like going outside, that's when you sit at the table.
Sit at the table, turn the computers on. She'll turn hers on and figure out what flowers she wants to grow, and I'll turn mine on and figure out a garden plan.
That's usually how it is. But next year, we're not doing flowers, or at least not.
We're not doing as many flowers. We're still going to do flowers. We're going to do marigolds, nasturtiums, probably do Mexican sunflowers.
Yeah, them was a hit this year. There's some things that we're keeping on the list. I'm not sure if we do anything else. Maybe, whatever you want to grow, zinnias, dahlias. I'll start them from seed, like I did this year, and they took off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we'll be buying any starts.
No, we're not buying no starts, flower starts. We're not doing no hanging baskets.
Yeah.
The only starts that we may buy will be lavender. We probably will buy lavender starts.
That's true, because I sold out of lavender. And I love lavender. I love planting it.
I was going to propagate some this fall, so we had come springtime, but it's too late now. It's starting to dry out.
Yeah.
So we'll just buy them again. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah. I think I'll plant them early next year so that they have time to get bigger throughout the season.
You mean around the property?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I want a good bit to put around, because he planted some down by the fruit trees in the field.
Yeah, well, only in one.
Well, yeah.
I planted some down around the property line, but none of them came back.
I know. I don't know if something ate them or...
Well, maybe, but that soil down there is pretty poor.
Yeah, that's true.
It's getting better, but it's still poor.
Yeah.
So one thing we're going to do this winter is, like I said, figure out our garden plans and all that crap. We're going to figure out. We're going to weigh out the return on investment, ROI, so to speak, on drilling a well on the field below us. I have a pretty good idea. I know what our return would be, when our return would be, I should say, not what. But I need to make sure the numbers work out before I spend that kind of money to drill wells. Not that we couldn't do the well. It's just spending the money.
Just the thought of spending the money.
The thought of spending the money.
Yeah.
The farm, not the nursery, because it's no longer going to be a nursery, could definitely afford to buy it, but what's the return going to be?
Yeah. I think it'll give us a lot more profits
Yeah, it would.
If it got done sooner rather than later.
It will. So yeah. So we need that. That's going to be earlier to do than necessarily than winter.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the next several weeks to do.
Yeah, I think.
So we can get that ball rolling if it's going to roll.
Because that would give us the opportunity to have the water that we need down there to keep the garden.
We could do better. We could move our lettuce down there. I like the idea of the lettuce up here because it's closer to wash pack, cooler, all that stuff, and that's something we go to several times a week.
Yeah. But there's way more room down there.
There is a lot more room down there.
Yeah.
So we'll look into that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe if we do put a well down there, maybe we'll just take the garden out of the yard and make it a yard again.
Whatever. No.
I'm glad you look at it that way because that's how I was when I was saying it. I was like, that's not going to work. Maybe make it instead of a garden. Maybe we could make it put a bunch of fruit trees and berries and stuff in there, and make it like a food forest where the garden is. We already got 2 apple trees growing right.
Very true.
Kind of in the garden.
But we did try having fruit trees right there a while back.
We did.
We had a whole road down through there.
Yeah, we had a fair many out
and
there.
none of them grew except the one.
They grew, they just didn't produce, and I got tired of waiting on them.
Yeah. It looked pretty cool.
I'm what they call impatient when it comes to that kind of stuff.
You? He said it, people. He said it, not me. So it must be true.
Well, yeah. I can't disagree. The pear tree was like 5 years old. We never got no pears off of it.
Yeah.
The one apricot tree was 5 years old. We never got nothing off it.
Yeah, so I have it.
And a couple of the apple trees
We should have
the same
done
way.
had.
It's like, you know what? After a couple of years, you're done. I ain't playing with you anymore.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's sidewinding this conversation. So that's one thing as well. That's something, and we'll discuss that more as we get into it because it's something I need to look into the next few weeks. We'll decide what we're going to do with the well.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a winter thing. That's a now thing. And we talked about that an episode or 2 ago. So if you want to see it, you can go back and look at that video if you didn't watch it already. One thing too, what are we going to do next year? We need to look into our insurance because right now we have nursery insurance. What does a U-pick look like on certain products, insurance-wise? What does going to every other market look like, or maybe every third market look like?
Yeah.
What does maybe trying to sell more to the restaurant that we're selling to now? How do they feel about that? What do they want?
Yeah, exactly. If we can get more of what they're wanting, because we didn't know when we already had the garden going that they was going to ask us about doing certain things for them.
Yeah, he mentioned early on, like probably April. They didn't even open until probably June, but it was probably April when he came down here, maybe early May, and said he was going to open up a restaurant and ask us about lettuce. And it's like, yeah, we can figure lettuce out. That's not a problem. We
was figuring lettuce anyways.
We can figure that out whenever you're ready. Let us know.
Yeah, we'll just do extra bed of lettuce.
Because lettuce you can have ready in probably 3 weeks. You could have lettuce.
Yeah.
But I mean that's pretty easy to get more of.
Yeah.
But then he said, "You got onions?" Like, no, we don't grow onions. So, hey, you got big heirloom tomatoes? No, we don't grow them.
Yeah, exactly. 2 things that we have grown in the past, but we quit.
Then he said about garlic. Like, yeah, we got garlic. Then he did buy some garlic off of us, not a lot, but some.
Yeah.
And that's a no-brainer. We're still going to grow the garlic that we planted because we sell out of it anyways.
Yeah.
But we want to see what else they want, what else they may be interested in.
Yeah.
Because they buy off of other farmers. which is fine. But they could buy more off of us and less off of them.
Exactly.
I mean, and I want to look into over the winter months. I want to look into what the cottage food laws are. Maybe start doing some pickling some peppers, making more hot sauces, maybe pickling beets, that kind of thing, and selling that stuff, depending on what the cottage food laws are. From Maryland, where we live, to Pennsylvania, where we sell our farmers market, or do we need to quit going to that market, maybe go to a different market to try to sell that kind of stuff to get established as good as we are in a different market than what we go to? How does that look? Do we want to invest that much time into reestablishing a whole new
exactly
clientele? Probably not. We're established where we are. We did a little more than what I set our goals at, which is always a good thing.
Oh yeah.
What's our goal going to be next year? What is our weekly minimum going to be next year?
You always want to do better, and
but you can't
settle. But
you can't shoot for the moon and get you can't shoot for a Porsche and get a Volkswagen. You got to make it realistic when you do it.
Sure. But I like Volkswagen.
I like.
True. Yeah.
Like to pay for a Volkswagen and get a Cadillac, but it doesn't work that way. That's stuff we do in the wintertime. We'll read a book. I got 3 books on my counter right now that I need to read.
I got 2 or 3 on mine.
And we'll definitely read them this winter. Maybe not all of them, but we'll definitely read some this winter.
We like to sit and watch movies.
Yep.
Since we have the Angel Network, they have a lot of good movies on there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we pay for that, but it's the best streaming network we have, truthfully.
Yeah. But we like to shut off our devices and read a book.
Yep.
We've been made fun of by our neighbors.
Yep.
That we do that, and it's like, doesn't everybody every now and again?
Yep.
But I guess not.
No.
We're weird, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe we're weird, maybe we're not. But we need to figure out what chickens we're going to do next year.
Yep.
One thing I want to do this year before spring is work on the pig paddock, which I've talked about that in other videos.
Yeah.
Making it bigger, not necessarily for more pigs, but bigger so they have more room and I can rotate them through. Do we want to add anything else? Do we need to?
Yeah, true.
Our winter's basically figured out what we're doing next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions that we need to get on the books and
get on and see.
And if certain plants didn't do well this year, we take them off the list.
Well, we're not. The last week discussed, anyways. We're only going to be open for 1 week, maybe only 2 weekends, not a week.
True.
We're not going to be open.
No, we won't be open a full month or a month and a half.
We won't be open from Mother's Day to Labor Day or whatever.
Yeah.
Memorial Day, right?
The last couple years, we opened later and later because everybody was saying, nope, it's too cold, we're not coming that soon. So we then changed our date to a little later. And from how this year went... This year selling plants here... did not go well.
No, definitely didn't.
Yeah. I don't know if the whole stigma of planting your own garden, completely quit.
It did.
Because people went back to how they was years ago of, I'll rely on the store and... Pre-pandemic. Yeah. Because...
this was the worst year we've had since, as far as selling plants goes.
Yeah. The spring was not very good.
No.
So that tells us, at least for next year, we might be open one full week, and that following Saturday.
Yeah, we may be open.
And that might be Memorial Day
I was going to say the week of Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend to the following weekend.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it. We're not.
I think so, because
that's it. I mean,
that's when people this year was, nope, I'm holding off because the frost, the weather.
And we downsized our greenhouse. We got growing beds in there now.
Yeah.
And it's going to be more of a nursery for the farm stuff.
Yeah.
And we're going to, mostly what we're going to sell is just going to be vegetable plants. And so we're going to have some flowers, like I said earlier, but it's going to be mostly veg. We're not going to do very many flowers.
Yeah. So it'll definitely be a different pace next year.
Yep.
With different things going on.
We talked about doing that last year for this year, but we didn't do it. We thought, well, let's give it one more try, and we'll try this different this time.
Yeah. And we did cut back on
we did.
A lot of plants.
We cut back a lot this year.
And we tried a couple new plants, the Mexican sunflowers and whatnot. But it still wasn't a big enough change that we needed for it to make a difference.
No, definitely not.
So,
definitely not.
A lot of things you have to consider over the winter from one season to the next. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over every year and expect it to change all by itself.
Right, it's never gonna.
Yeah. But
yeah. One thing with that too, you know, if you're gonna have hanging baskets, you need to turn the heat on in the greenhouse. And it's cold here where we live. It's pretty freaking cold sometimes. You gotta turn the heat on in mid-February.
Yeah.
And it uses a lot of propane to heat that thing up. We did make enough to pay for the heat this year, but that's probably about all we did. We probably covered cost in plant sales, and that would have been it. We wouldn't have made no money in plant sales, but we would have covered our cost.
Yeah. And that's not how to do it.
That's not, no.
Yeah. So.
No, we didn't lose money, but we didn't make none.
Yeah.
But we did good at the market. I mean, our produce made up the difference.
Big time.
But yeah.
This was definitely our year for selling the produce.
Yes.
Yeah. We have the customer base for that.
Now.
And we thank all of our customers a lot.
Thank you all for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it takes a little bit to get there, though.
It does.
Yeah.
We're 7 years in.
I think.
And we're still learning and changing, and I mean, every year I think we've changed something.
Probably 6 years in. Probably 6. This is probably the end of our sixth season.
Okay.
Of going to the farmer's market.
Okay. I thought it was 18.
No, I think it was maybe.
That's when we got our name and everything.
That's when we got our license, and that's when it would have been.
Yeah.
There's something else we need to figure out this winter too. If we're going to change to a farm, is it going to change the license?
I don't know.
Is our federal employee ID number thing FEIN or FENA or whatever going to change? We got to redo all that crap.
I don't know. Shouldn't.
We need to figure that out though.
Yeah.
Before April, I think is when they're due.
Yeah.
I think all that stuff's due in April.
But. Yep.
That's just the way the state wants your money anyway. That's all that's for.
Yep.
Yep.
And all the inspection fee and.
Yep.
Everything else.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, if we don't have a nursery, do we still need the inspector to come look at our nursery and make sure our bug-free plants?
Well, we're still selling plants.
That's true too.
So we probably would.
That's true.
I mean, if we completely quit selling plants.
Yeah, but I don't want to quit selling plants.
Yeah.
People come here strictly for vegetable plants, and I want to make sure we keep.
Yeah, so I'd say we'd have to keep that.
And we still sell at the farmer's market. We sell a lot of plants at the farmer's market the first 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
We sell a ton of plants.
Yeah. But.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something we need to think about and figure out. That's what the winter's all about.
Yep. Yeah. On another note, one other thing we did on Monday was we got sausage, gravy, and biscuits back.
Oh, yeah, they're in the freezer now. Yeah,
Yep.
I forgot about that. Well, I didn't forget about it, but I forgot about it.
We haven't tried them yet, but
They
my
look good.
gosh.
They do look delicious. That's some of the best looking pork that I've ever seen.
Yeah. They turned out really nice.
I'm very happy with the first year doing them.
Yeah. Yoder's Butcher Barn up here at Grantsville.
Yep, definitely give them a shout out.
Does a great job.
Yes. We've gotten a half of beef off of them for the last 3 or 4 years.
And it's tasted.
And the beef is always delicious. We've never had any issues with the way they butcher.
Yeah.
And they give you everything too. They don't take anything. I mean, they give you the skirt steak, they give you
the flank,
the flank, they give you whatever.
Yeah.
If you ask for it, they'll give it to you.
Yeah, and there's certain things you have to ask for if you think of it.
Yeah, like the fat, you got to ask for that. You got to ask for the bones.
But they have a note section on their form for you to put. So if you do want something and it's not on their form, you can ask for it. Like we get the liver ground up, and they asked on the thing, "Do you want it?
You want it whole or sliced?"
Yeah, and I've made a new box saying ground, and they just shake their head when they look at us. They do
it. They charge us extra for it, but that's all right. It's worth it.
It's worth it. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, and they just shake their head at us.
Yep.
Like, you're the only ones that asked. But it is really good mixed in with
your burger or sausage or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Meatloaf.
Yep. Best meatloaf that I like is when you mix burger, sausage, and liver all ground up and mixed it all together. Wrap it in bacon, throw it in the smoker.
Yep. That's a lot of meat on that meatloaf.
That is a lot of meat. Man, it is freaking good.
It's called meat loaf for a reason.
Exactly, not burger loaf.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Because there's hamburg, sausage, liver,
and bacon. And you always put peppers and onions and everything else on the inside of it.
And then smoke it for
2 hours,
2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice potatoes and gravy. Oh, yeah.
That might be Sunday's meal.
Got some fresh sausage in there, ain't you?
Yeah, I was thinking we got everything for it.
Yep.
We got our half of beef a week prior.
Yeah.
And now we have our pork back, so yeah. So yeah, we got sausage, gravy, and biscuits back.
Yep.
They was gone for a week, but they're back with us. Just in a different way.
Yeah. Something like that.
Now we get to enjoy them here.
Exactly. Exactly. There wasn't much fat on them there. We didn't get very much lard back. It was very little waste.
Yeah. Well, they like their tomatoes.
That's one good thing about all they did. That's one good thing about up there when we went up there to get. Actually, whenever they texted her what the price, what we owed them, and it was ready, they asked if she wanted any extra lard because there wasn't a whole lot to go with it. It was like, no, we don't. I told her, we don't need any right now. We got more, probably more than we need, honestly. And when we went up to pick up the pork, he gave us 2 bags of. It was probably, I don't know, 12 or 14 inches square, and probably 4 or 5 inches thick of tallow. He just gave us. He said, since your beef didn't have much fat on here, here's some more beef or some more fat for you. He's like, yeah, we don't need it, but we'll take it.
Yeah. Yep.
So we'll render it down eventually. Need to make broth now.
Yeah, we got the bones for broth.
Yeah, we're about out of beef broth, so we need to make broth. We've got pork bones. Now we need to make broth for that. That'll be winter projects.
Yeah, that's
more winter
projects.
Stuff.
That I forgot. Yeah,
spaghetti sauce. We'll make over the winter.
I have 13 bags of tomatoes in the freezer.
Yep.
And right now, with the peppers going crazy, and it's our off season, I started dicing peppers and freezing them so I can have them for spaghetti sauce because I already got the mushrooms and onions done earlier in the season. They're in the freezer.
You got plenty of garlic for that too.
Yeah.
So you got nothing to worry about there. So we got all the ingredients. Now it's just
Yep.
In a few weeks, whenever it's snowy and ugly outside, we'll
Exactly. Well, let's get the tomatoes out
taken
and
care of.
get our roaster pan out and get started.
Yep.
And then we make a day of it. And,
Yep. Usually 2 days of it.
well, yeah. Yeah, because then
It
the
takes a while
second
to
day
cook all
we
the
can it.
tomatoes down. And can it.
Yeah. But
We enjoy it though.
it turns out really good.
Mhm. Spend time together.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Watch a movie in between, and
Yep.
I'm glad I have somebody like that.
Yep.
Because I would not want to be in there doing all the canning and stuff by
No.
myself. That does not sound like a happy
No,
time to me.
It's for us, not for you.
I know.
Yep.
Yep.
We both benefit out of it.
Yep.
And it sounds like somebody said something a week or so ago that if we get a lot more beans coming on, she'll probably do more beans this year, even though we don't need. And that's fine.
Well, as of right now, the next set of beans that come on, one peck box is already
True, you already got some sold.
sold.
That's true.
So maybe
And for
I
those of you
won't.
wondering, a peck is a quarter of a bushel. It takes 4 pecks to a bushel.
Yeah.
Just so you all know, she keeps talking about pecks, and I want to make sure everybody knows what that means. We know what it means, but you all may not. If you do, I'm sorry for
I never thought of that.
treating you like you may
Should
not
know.
Yeah,
Or,
like
yeah.
you should know. But
That's
yeah,
true.
A peck is a quarter of a bushel.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
so I might not have to can any
If
after
you
all.
do, you do. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal. If whatever. I mean, if you want to can some, go for it.
I was moving some of them jars over to
figured
make
you had
room for
to.
the hot sauce,
I figured
and I
you
thought,
had to.
oh my gosh, we do have a lot
Well,
of
there's
green
a lot of
beans.
beans left from last year. You did like a gazillion. I'm not
I
sure
knew
how many gazillion is, but it was a
I
lot.
knew
of
I did, but a lot got put aside for Christmas gifts.
True.
But then it was like, I did not think the pantry shelf was lined in them like that. But now I know, so
It's all good.
yeah,
It's all good.
all good.
Yep. So winter plans is figure out next year
Yeah,
and get a couple things off there to don't list.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to ramble on about, my love?
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
I'm done talking for the night.
One thing I did enjoy doing that what we did, and I know I'm rambling myself right now, but I think we need to start doing more of that we did when Buddy and Shannon was here, and that was sit down and do a puzzle.
Yeah,
That was fun.
that was. Yeah, our friends from New Hampshire came and we did a puzzle.
Atypical off there. You look them up. They're building a nice homestead. They're got their house probably 3/4, maybe halfway done.
Documenting the whole
Documenting
thing.
the whole thing.
Very
Got a
interesting.
ton of shorts. He's a good, super good dude.
And Shannon is awesome.
Shannon's pretty cool too. Yes,
Yeah.
they're both really awesome people.
Yeah, I never even would have thought of grabbing a puzzle
Yeah,
to do while they was
When
here.
they was here, we went shopping. Just driving around to some of the Amish stores and whatnot. Just showed them the area. And
Yeah.
that one store had puzzles there, and they picked a puzzle up. So we're just going to do a puzzle this evening. He's like, sure, why not?
So we had supper and did a puzzle. I loved it. It
Yep.
was so much fun.
Yep.
So yeah.
We do a lot
will.
of times in the winter. We'll have game night. Just her and I will get out a board game,
Yeah.
play a game.
Yeah.
But we've never done a puzzle. Not
It's been a long time since we got a puzzle out.
yeah, but when we do one, we've never sat down and just did it.
The whole thing. Yeah, that's true.
We'll do a little bit of it and then shove it off the side.
Very true. But it was nice to have somebody else here
Oh yeah.
to have more conversation with and
Also, you don't
had
like talking to me.
dessert and stuff out. So you could go eat dessert, grab a drink, and
Yep.
I love spending time with you.
Uh-huh. I heard you.
I do, I swear.
Anyways.
But I like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's going to wrap it up for the week.
Yep.
Be nice, smile, enjoy life. You only got one of them.
And help somebody if you can.
Yep. If you can help them, help them.
Yep.
See
Take
y'all.
care.